Will Bitcoin be replaced by a better technology? It is highly unlikely. First of all, blockchain technology is a massive breakthrough and moves money from the analog age to the digital age in a way that nothing else has. Since then, tens of thousands of new cryptocurrencies have been introduced that all tried to improve on Bitcoin somehow, and they all failed as money. None of them even came close to competing with Bitcoin as money. And the reason for that is Bitcoin exists in a very unique and specific design space, meaning basically Bitcoin is like it hit the exact bullseye on a target. And the problem is, to try to improve on the bullseye, you have to move away from the center of the bullseye. There's no way to improve on one aspect of Bitcoin without making some other aspect of Bitcoin worse. So for example, Bitcoin is big on decentralization and security. And people have tried to introduce blockchains that scale faster or better than Bitcoin, but you can't do that without making a trade-off in either security or decentralization. So no one has discovered a way to make Bitcoin better in a way that does not result in an unacceptable trade-off in some other aspect of Bitcoin. Additionally, if anyone ever does figure out how to do that, Bitcoin can adapt whatever new technology. So if somebody comes out, along with a more efficient signature algorithm or some better encryption or some aspect that makes it better, Bitcoin can adopt that aspect and those technological advances and continue to be the number one leader in the marketplace. Nobody can compete with Bitcoin's anonymous creation, for example, which is very important if you want a money that anyone in the world can use, that no one can claim is theirs, and that nobody can force or coerce the founder. So even if you upgrade Bitcoin's technology somehow, you're never going to get Bitcoin's anonymous creation. That was a one-time thing that can only happen once. You're never going to get Bitcoin's decentralization, which is organically built over 17 years. You can't astroturf that of what is effectively a 17-year-old oak tree of power and stability. Next up, Bitcoin's distribution, the number of people that own Bitcoin, the number of people that trust the Bitcoin network. All of those things are irreplaceable. And again, if there's some sort of a technological upgrade, Bitcoin can adopt that. But it has to be a technological upgrade that does not offset Bitcoin's decentralization or security. And nobody's been able to figure out how to do that. And if they do, Bitcoin will just adopt those changes in the Bitcoin code, the software developers that develop Bitcoin. If everyone agrees there's some new breakthrough that makes, money, electronic money, digital money better, that can be integrated into Bitcoin. And Bitcoin says already, there's regular updates to the software when everybody agrees there's something that makes it better, and new changes can be adopted as well. So I don't see really any scenario in which Bitcoin is made obsolete by some other technology. That doesn't mean there won't be smart contract platforms that do other things. It doesn't mean there won't be blockchains that do other things. But as far as a digital currency that functions as money, I honestly believe hundreds of years from now, it'll be Bitcoin. Like, it's not going to get replaced. If it was going to get replaced, that would have happened already with the tens of thousands of attempts people have made to improve Bitcoin in some way. Every one of them has come up short. And even if they could, again, you can't replace the anonymous creation, the distribution, the decentralization. All of those things are just cannot be are non-replicatable. And so anyway, I think Bitcoin is the money of the future, and it's going to stay that way, certainly well beyond my lifetime.